Hi everyone! So today I've decided to start a new series that I will be calling Love and Hate, and it's basically going to be a comparison of things that I both really love but at the same time hate to the core of my being about living in Japan, maybe sometimes specifically Osaka if things apply, but probably more so in generalities about living in Japan. So yeah, love and hate. Hate so much. And today's theme is going to be not A Clockwork Orange. No. About movies. Movies. This is my nighttime shirt because it's big and it makes me feel safe. But yeah, today's gonna be about movies. Now, as you can see, I wore my smart guy glasses, and it's not because I'm a movie aficionado. It's actually because allergy season started and my eyes are always itchy, so I don't want to wear my contacts. So yeah. And also, all the movies I really like are usually bad movies, but I recognize that they're bad movies, so I recognize that my taste in movies is probably almost usually very unfortunate. But I do love going to the movies. I love watching movies. So I think I've got enough leverage here to talk about it. So yeah, today's topic is movie theaters, movies in Japan. First, I'll start off with the hate, because that can get really grim and you don't want to end on a dark note. So I'll start with the hate and we'll move on to the love. And we'll all end up feeling warm and fuzzy by the end, right? Right on. High five. Hate. The hate. Oh, so much hate. Maybe hate's a strong word, but love and dislike is not a good title, so. So, number one for hate, prices. In Osaka, we do this for money. This means money, so. Prices of movies. Prices are pretty bad. I mean, I don't know. What I remember from my childhood in America, when we used to go to the movies all the time because there was really nothing to do when you live in the super suburbs, movie theaters were like $9, $8 or $9, and then when they got to like $10, we were like, oh, what the French fry? And then now I think they're like 12 or 13 bucks. I don't know. You can enlighten me. I've not been to the movie theaters in America since Jackass 3D, Jackass 3 in 3D, Jackass 3D, yeah. Like I said, I have a weird taste in movies. But it was actually a really good 3D movie. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the prices. In Japan, the base rate for going to the movies is 1,800 yen, which is about, we're going to say 20 bucks, because the exchange rate is still like $1.93 yen. So we'll say it's about almost 20 bucks for one person, for one movie, the base rate. But Japan has lots of kind of discounts and special days that help decrease the price. But if you're not in the know, like I was, because I wasn't in the know for like the first year or so I lived here, I would just go to the movies whenever I wanted to, and I was always like, damn, to go with my husband is like 40 bucks. What the French toast? So yeah, like, I'll rattle off some numbers for you in case you're interested in going to the movies in Japan and you want to know some basic ideas of what you're going to pay. General admission is 1,800 yen, so about 20 bucks. If you're a student with an ID that has your school and your photo on it, you can get in for 1,500, and I believe that applies all day, every day. From middle school and under, it's 1,000 yen, so that's about a little over $10. That means that includes like 3-year-olds. I think it also includes babies. I wouldn't think they charge for babies because babies aren't watching movies, but I think from like 3 years old and up, it's 1,000 yen. There's a late show fee, so if you go to the movies after 8 or 9 o'clock, it's only 1,200 yen. There's also a ladies' day where you can go to the movies for 8,000 yen, and that's used at the Namba Parks Cinema. That's every Wednesday, I believe. But I think Toho has a different setup for their ladies' day. Might be a different day of the week. And then there's a special pair deal if you're going with someone who is over 50, just one of you is over 50, but you go together, you can both go for 2,000 yen. So you can both go for a little over 20 bucks, which is pretty good. Namba Parks didn't have their 3D movie rate up. They referred you to a news page. I'm not sure why. I don't think the 3D rates would change every month according to the movie or something. But the last time I went to Namba Parks to see a 3D movie, and I think that was John Carter of Mars or whatever it's called, which I actually liked, and I was disappointed when everyone was like, it sucked, because I kind of thought it was cool, you know, jumping. Wow, it was jumping. It was cool. So yeah, I think when I went to see that movie, 3D rate maybe was an extra 350 yen or so. I looked up Toho Cinemas, which is the most well-known movie theater chain in Japan. Toho Cinemas, you can find them anywhere in the suburbs and big cities. You know, they're everywhere. The rates are the same as the previous rates that I've mentioned, except that Toho also has a premiere screen, which I have no idea what that is. But that is going to knock you up to 2,400 yen, which is about 25 bucks. I mean, I want to kind of try it out to see what a premiere screen is. Is that IMAX? I mean, I don't think it's IMAX, because if it was IMAX, they would just say IMAX. So I want to see what this premiere screen is and why it's almost 25 bucks. I'm going to probably have to save that for like Star Trek 2. Yes. Alright. So yeah, they have the premiere screen. If you go with someone else, they'll give you, not really, no, it's not a discount at all. I mean, I guess if you add taxes, it might be a discount. You both can go for 5,000 yen. But 2,400 times 2 is only 4,800. So, I don't know why they added an extra bit. Yeah. But, whatever. I don't ever really go to Toho Cinemas. Toho Cinemas actually has a membership plan that you have to pay about 500 yen a year to join, and then you get some extra discounts. But Namba Cinema Parks has a free membership program, and I've already gotten like free tickets, free movie stuff, free food. So if you can, I would support your local city movie theater, because they probably will have better membership like prizes and stuff than Toho Cinemas. Take down the man. Okay. So for Toho Cinemas, their 3D rate is the whatever you're paying to get in the theater if you're a student, old person, general admission, plus 400 yen for 3D movies, because you're supposed to, I guess you're supposedly paying for the plastic crappy glasses that they give you to watch these 3D movies. And then they're like, oh, if you save the glasses, you can use them when you come back, but you still have to pay 300 yen. What? Why? I brought my own 3D glasses. I gotta still pay. So much rage. You want to see? Look at these cheap. This is why I don't go to Toho Cinemas anymore. Check this out. Check it out. Check it out. Yay. I can fully enjoy my 3D movie with these 3D glasses that they stole from the Michael Jackson 3D movie in Walt Disney Parks in Tokyo. Thanks, Toho Cinemas. I hate these glasses. So, if I'm going to go to a 3D movie, I usually don't go to Toho Cinemas. I go to Namba Cinema Parks, because they have better 3D glasses that, I think they have special, yeah, they have a special clip for people with glasses, and then there's another separate pair for people who don't wear glasses. And, they look like they're actually trying to give you a good 3D movie experience. So, yeah. Prices. Check the day you're going to go. Try to go for a late show if you live in a big city where you can walk home or get home easily if there's no train. Or try to go on Ladies' Day. Get all your girlfriends together. Be like, oh, girl, let's go watch the movie. Let's go watch, you know, Hugh Jackman take off his shirt for a few hours. That is a great Ladies' Day plan. There's no Men's Day. I'm sorry. They don't love you guys. They want to get the ladies to the movie theaters, not the men's. So, there's no Men's Day. There's a first of the month discount, which I think is 1,000 yen, but everyone knows about that. So I'm pretty sure movie tickets sell out very quickly for the first of the month. And then there's Toho Cinemas Days, which Toho Cinemas Day, which is every 14th of the month, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows about that. So it's always going to be packed. So, yeah, like I said, support your local movie theater instead of Toho Cinemas because it's probably better. Okay, that was long for number one. But I think that's the piece that I hate the most. So maybe that's why it's long. Plus, I wanted to give you extra information. Information. It's beautiful. Next up is part 2 of the hate. Number 2. The release dates. The release dates are really something to be lamented about in Japan. Because, I mean, it's not consistent. Like, in America, you know, you have summer blockbusters. These movies are going to be really good for watching in the summer. They got action. They got, you know, whatever. In Japan, it's just kind of like, we'll just put it out now. Nah, we'll wait. We'll wait a few months. And it's like, what happened to the summer blockbuster? I don't know. Like, summer in Japan is only August in a lot of people's minds. So, a lot of good movies come out in August. But by then, my friends have already put all the spoilers on Facebook. So, yeah. Stop it. Japan Movie Association, whoever you are. So, yeah, let me get some more concrete information. For example, we have, like, the same day releases. I believe Harry Potter had same day releases because maybe someone could have gotten hurt if they were not same day releases. Another one that got same day releases was the Oz, the Great and Powerful Oz, which I don't think anyone really wants to see. Like, I don't know. Maybe, is that just me? Me and my bad taste in movies? I don't know. Franco kind of creeps me out, so that's mostly why I don't want to go. But that movie got same day release. Then the next down you have is like, oh, it's only off by like a week. It comes out a week later. So an example of that would be The Dark Knight Rises, which was called The Dark Knight Rising in Japan. I don't know why they had to change it to Rising instead of Rises. Like, I don't. So yeah, that one's only like a week late. So that's not so bad as long as you stay away from Facebook and Tumblr for that whole week. Just stay away because your life will be ruined if you don't. And then you have the next one down the line, which is where Japan is the last country to get the movie out of, like, according to IMDb, Japan is the last one on the list. And it's like, oops, yeah, we forgot we were going to release this in Japan. And you would think, oh, it must be one of those indie films that nobody's really watching, or it must be one of those, you know, who cares films. No, it's things like The Avengers. I really wanted to watch The Avengers, but I saw everything on Tumblr because Avengers came out May 4th. May 4th, so that's like right the end of spring, beginning of summer. It came out in Japan August 14th. I believe it was on DVD by then. Like, seriously. Everything was ruined for me. Thank you, Tumblr. Like, so much slashing going on. And I didn't understand any of the slash. I was like, what's that agent doing with Captain America? Why is he so obsessed with Captain America? I knew all of this before I saw the movie. So sad. So sad. But it was funny. Now I understand all the slash and I laugh all the time. Yeah, it makes me happy. So yeah, The Avengers, Japan was the last country to get that. Another one is not out yet, is Star Trek Into Darkness, which I am so totally looking forward to. It is ridiculous. That's one of the last movies I saw before I moved to Japan. And I saw it with my best friend, and we were freaking out the whole time in the movie theater, because everyone on the freaking Enterprise is hot as hot potatoes, and that is not right. We know geeks don't turn out that hot ever. It's just wrong. And so right. So yeah, Star Trek Into Darkness, it comes out in America May 17th. Great. Right before summer, we're gonna get summer, get that party started, get it going. It's gonna be great. Japan, August 23rd. You guys, don't ruin it. Tumblr, please. Please. I'm begging you. Or someone can send me the DVD. I don't have a 3D TV though. So yeah, Japan's going to be the last country to get Star Trek Into Darkness. And it's going to be coming out at the same time. I think it's another movie in August. No, wait. I'm getting mixed up with Avengers. Never mind. So Star Trek won't be out forever for a while in Japan. It feels like forever. But there's still one more category. It's right at the bottom. Movies that never get released in Japan, even though they were released stateside. And it's not like no-name movies. At least I don't think they're no-name movies. And it's usually 3D animated movies or, I guess, comedies that they don't feel would fit Japanese mindsets. Though a lot of Japanese people like Ted, and I didn't think Ted was particularly that good or entertaining, but it's really popular in Japan. Go fig. So, yeah, Rise of the Guardians, which I didn't even know about until I, of course, got on Tumblr and I saw all these Jack Frost drawings and cosplays, and I was like, oh, this is adorable. What is this? Is this a TV show? No, it's a freaking movie. A freaking movie that was never released in Japan for whatever reason. It just is not been released in Japan. I don't know if it's going to be released, but it has not been. And another one that is apparently not going to be released in Japan is The Croods, which I had an interesting talk about with some of my classmates from animation school. And, you know, despite the way it looks, I mean, I'm still interested in seeing it, but I don't even get the chance because it's not being released in Japan. Pixar movies are released in Japan on a fairly timely basis, still a little late. Brave came out probably a few months after it came out in the States, and Wreck-It Ralph is just coming out this week. And they changed the name to Sugar Rush. That's another thing that I hate, but it didn't deserve its own category. Changing the titles to just silliness. Sugar Rush? Really? Brave was changed to Merida's, like, Funky Forest or Magical Forest or something like that. Which, I mean, why don't you just call it Brave? You just translate Brave to Brave in Japanese. Why call it... it's not about the forest. The forest is like the shortest part of the movie. Ugh. Okay, anyway. So yeah. American 3D animated movies, I guess particularly DreamWorks animation, except for Shrek. Shrek is really popular and it features... The voice actors are actually comedians, famous comedians in Japan. But apparently other DreamWorks movies don't deserve the light of day, even though there's a freaking, you know, USJ that has a Shrek thing right in Osaka, but DreamWorks just doesn't get any airplay. But they will play every new Pretty Cure movie ever, over and over again. Movie release dates, movie titles, not releasing movies. You hurt my heart, Japan. You really hurt my heart. So the last one, the release periods are very short. We call them road shows in Japan. But sometimes they're just really short and a movie will come out and be gone. And you'll have no idea. And then it'll be on DVD for like $60. DVDs around here are pretty expensive too. It's usually like $50 or $60 for a Blu-ray. So if I do buy any DVDs, I usually buy them at home. But then I can't watch them in Japan because my PlayStation is a Japanese PlayStation, because my original old school PlayStation 3 that was the one that was backwards compatible broke for the second time. And then Sony was like, oh, you know, Japanese Sony and American Sony are two completely different companies, so we can't help you. And anyway, that's a completely different rant. For now, just know that DVDs are expensive. You're probably not going to buy a lot of DVDs here, especially not Blu-ray DVDs, and especially because if you're going back home later, you don't want DVDs in a different region. That's just a waste of resources. So yeah, short release periods, that kind of sucks. But moving on from all the hate, let's leave those dark feelings behind and let's just move into the light, you know? Let's just go to a brighter and a better place. So let's go to the love section. Yeah. So, the first one on the list for love are the movie campaigns that go on prior to the movie release in Japan. And when I talk movie campaigns, I'm not just even talking about just commercials, but usually convenience stores in Japan, food companies or drink companies will have these special presents to go along with their products before and during the movie's release. So, for example, this is for a Japanese movie, but it's still, I mean, it counts. We're talking movies. When the Rurouni Kenshin live-action movie came out a few months ago, they had a campaign going on at the, I think it was at 7-Eleven, or if you bought like 150 yen worth of something, you could get a free folder. So, I got the one with the actor, and then the manga on the back. I thought that was really cool. Another, I think 7-Eleven is also doing something now for Wreck-It Ralph, which they call Sugar Rush. But I don't know what kind of presents they're giving out. I think it's like some kind of figures or something. And it's a lot of it has to do with the AKB song being in it, so I think a lot of that campaign is connected with AKB and the movie, so yay for them. My favorite campaign that I vigorously participated in was for the Star Wars Episode 1 3D re-release that came out. I was still working in my old English job, so it must have been early last year that came out, maybe around February or March. And that campaign was working with Pepsi. So whenever you bought a 12-ounce bottle of Pepsi, you would get an awesome Star Wars cell phone charm. And it was done in the style of that artist who does a bunch of the One Piece. I forgot his name. Crap. Maybe I'll look it up later and write it in the description if I care enough. But he did all the Star Wars Episode 1 characters in his style, and then they made cell phone charms out of it. But I love them too much to put them on my cell phone, so I put them in a bag. Even though I don't know why Jabba is there, because he was not in Episode 1. I don't recall him being. Oh, yes, he was. My bad. Was it? Yeah, he was. Oops. There's the young Obi-Wan. Master Yoda. Where's he at? I had Vader. Even though Vader's not in the movie, but, you know, Vader is awesome, so why not? There's Darth Maul. And Senator Palpatine when he's in his glowy hologram form. And then, of course, Queen Amidala. And and then there's C-3PO. Oh, and the droid. The droid. Oh, and then there's Anakin when he's in his fighter suit. And I think that's it. And each bottle of soda was only like 88 yen. So you got soda and an awesome cell phone charm. I think I got all of the characters. I can't remember if I was missing any. There's Yoda. There is no Qui-Gon, which makes me sad because he was my favorite. There's also been, for the Gundam movie, I don't know if it was when a Gundam movie came out or if it was just a Gundam campaign. They did the same thing with Pepsi, except it was bear bricks, which are bear-shaped Lego-esque characters. And they did this for all the original Gundam series characters. My favorite being Char. And I used to actually have all of these on my cell phone, but then I realized that carrying them all around at the same time causes the paint to chip away, and that makes them less cool. For Harry Potter, they had a lot of capsule toys, which are the little, when you put the money in and you twist it and the little ball rolls out, and, toy. Yeah, that thing. Capsule toys. I got a Goblet of Fire, and then I've gotten a Ron Weasley, like, wooden, looks like a Omamori protection charm kind of thing, but it's just got Ron Weasley's face on it, but that's okay because I love Ron. So yeah, there's always, I mean, if it's a really popular series or something, there is most likely some kind of campaign going on somewhere. So check your local supermarket, check all the food packages, the candies, the sodas. It's usually something that doesn't sell well in Japan, like sweet soda like Pepsi. So in order to get people to buy it, they include nice little gifts. Another awesome thing about movies in Japan is when a new movie comes out that has prequels or related movies that are already out. A lot of the television, the local TV networks, well, I guess national TV networks, will play the prequels on TV. So you can watch the prequels on TV before you go see the movie in the movie theater, which is really kind of cool. I don't think they do that in the States. So, for example, for the Harry Potter movies, they'll play, like, you know, the first, the third, and, like, the fifth one before the last one, very last one came out. When Die Hard came out, and Die Hard is actually still out, they play Die Hard 1 and 3 on TV. I don't know if they played the other ones at a different time. But they did play Die Hard 1 and 3. I did see that. And, I think when Prometheus came out, they played Aliens on TV. I think, but that's really gory, so they might not have. That might have just been me watching Aliens over and over again. Whenever a new Resident Evil movie comes out, there's a lot of stuff that goes on with that. And they play all the Resident Evils over again on TV. Of course, they call it Biohazard here, which confuses me whenever I try to tell my friends, let's go see Resident Evil, and then they're like, what the hell is a Resident Evil? And I'm like, oh, Biohazard. And I'm like, oh, that movie's great. And I'm like, wow. It's not great, but I like watching it. So, yeah, playing prequels on TV, that's awesome. Keep doing that. That's cool. Lastly, the movie stores that are inside the movie theaters. They usually have, like, I want to say gift shops. I mean, I guess it is a gift shop for items, you know, related to the movie. When the Dark Knight Rises came out, they had, like, you know, pins, phone charms, key holders, you know, folders, bags, t-shirts. They had miniature bat masks. They didn't have any figurines. I saw that in a game center. You know, they usually have a ton of stuff. Like when Harry Potter came out, there was a whole cabinet devoted to like Harry Potter stuff. And I wanted to buy everything, but that's expensive, so I couldn't. When Harry Potter came out, the last one, the second part of the Deathly Hallows, I got a bunch of stuff for my friends. I got like some phone charms and stuff. I forget what else I got. But for myself, because I am a selfish bastard, I got the quill and ink set that I've opened once, and I tried to use, and the quill is horrible. The nib is craptastic. It doesn't hold any ink. But that doesn't matter because it's Harry Potter. That's all that matters. So I bought it. And now it just sits on top of my computer desk, gazing at the ceiling, being unused. I've also purchased some Batman folders when the Dark Knight Rises came out. The folders were actually from the previous Batman movie. So they had the Joker was in that set and Batman. And I actually kind of prefer that set because, you know, we don't have a Joker anymore. So it's nice to have that set. I wanted to go back and get a tote bag, but that was also like 28 bucks or something. And it was like a normal canvas tote, so I'm not entirely sure that would have been worth it. But even though the movies, like, they'll end their roadshow, sometimes you can still buy the items. They'll keep the items around until they all sell out, or, you know, I guess they'll send them to another shop to be sold. But Japan is really good at having, like, movie memorabilia and paraphernalia for sale. Like, you can find so many different kinds of things. And some of it, I think, is licensed from the movie, and, well, some of it might not be. But, you know, that's alright. That's alright. It's just, it's all to feed your nerdgasm. So, I think that about wraps up the love and hate. It's not so bad. And, I mean, movies aren't a serious thing to be love and hating about. But I thought it was funny. Really. No. It's just a little something to keep in mind. If you're a movie fanatic, moving to Japan might hurt you a little bit. It might be a bit of a downer. But if you don't care, that's cool too. Yeah. I can't laugh because my allergies are keeping air from entering my lungs through my nose. So when I laugh, I kind of sound like Urkel. But yeah, that is it for this round of love and hate. The next round will either be cell phones, which I have a horrible addiction to in Japan, or I had something else that I was going to do, and I think I wrote it down somewhere. But I can't remember what it is now. If you have any suggestions, some, you know, pros and cons you'd like to hear about anything about Japan, you can leave a comment, or you can send me a message, an email, or you can make a video response. Anything. You know, it's your life. You're free to live it how you want. Be the best you can be. So yeah, that's all for this time. See you next time. Bye.